Good afternoon. This is Tom. Today I would like to take this opportunity to do a quick case sharing with regarding a question being asked by one of our members. So the question basically goes like this. She has property want to rent out, and one of the applicant happened to be a single mom, and also in terms of the income, she is, if I'm not mistakenly, in the maturity leave, and also she has 2 kids. So the situation was a bit interesting, so that our member basically asking, should I rent this place to this lady or should I not? Well, this is a question I think also happened in our own experience. Quite frankly, I believe it is really based on case-by-case situation. First of all, based on our own experience, we do have mixed results. Sometimes we have single family, single mom or single dad under this similar situation. They turn out to be a great tenants, taking care of the properties, also pay rent on time. But we do also have situation where unfortunately things doesn't go too well. So I guess the question really is, what should we do under this circumstance? Well, I think the bottom line is still very simple, is you need to go to the fundamental and asking a few quick basic questions. And here are basically the 3 questions we would like to ask. And the question goes like this. You should, on the phone, talk to her with all the respect. What are the issues and what are the incomes she is roughly at? And also, the rule of thumb should be her before tax income or the whole household. I mean, obviously including her income from regular resource and also the income from so-called government support, if there are any. So those are the incomes before tax should be 3 times or more than the rent. That is the proper budget. Or if it's after tax, then you could kind of change the number a little bit. In times of 3 times more, you can say, okay, this could be 2 times more. So those are the rule of thumb you should use. And the reason we are emphasizing on this number is very important, because in the end, you do not want him or her to struggle too much. Because if there is no steady income to cover the coming rent, then that's going to be an issue for anybody. And so that is a very fundamental question. In practice, there is something you need to be relatively careful, is when you're asking questions in this nature, you should use a way that comes across as appropriate, because you do not want to dig too deep at this very beginning stage, but at the same time, you also want to get a relatively good idea. So that is kind of subtle balance you need to be aware, and you should be able to maintain. Determine how are you going to achieve this goals is depending on personal experience and personal style, so on. So overall, I guess the answer on this question is not that black and white, but bottom line is relatively straightforward. You still should do the proper screening by asking the proper questions. So in terms of single mother or situation in similar nature, is not the fundamental determining factor. it is just on the surface. You need to take a step deeper and find out the true answer, because in the end, you want to make sure the tenant is going to be relatively comfortable to make the rent payment and the financial commitment while enjoying this place, your home truly. Thank you very much for your watching, and I will see you next time.